Good morning. I hope you had a nice evening last night. I saw where a lot of you have posted your homework to me, but I'm missing a lot. So let me encourage you to please stay on top of this work and get it in to me. And I will be posting those grades sometime today. So if I don't have it, it'll go in as an M for missing, which means that average is like a 0. So I need you to be sure and do that. If you have any issues getting the work to me, then please let me know. I've had some of you text me and say, how do I get it in? Just simply take a picture of all the work, send it to me through Remind. I haven't looked through all of it yet. I plan on doing that this afternoon after I get my videos done for today. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump in on taking the same polynomial equation. So I've given you two new attachments on the website and on Google Classroom. And one is classwork and one is homework, and it's for polynomial roots. So what we're going to do is, of course, start working on the classwork. There is a PowerPoint, but I decided not to use it because it is using your calculator, and many of you would need a graphing calculator with a PolySolve function on it, app on it, which your phones do not have. So since a lot of you do not have the graphing calculator, I'll just work some on my calculator and show you, okay? All right, so let's get started with this first problem, number 1. Okay, so number 1, we are on the 3B polynomial roots classwork. So we're going to work on number 1, which is just simply if x minus 3 is a factor, then we want to find the roots for x cubed plus 2x squared minus 9x minus 18. So we already know that x minus 3 is a factor. So what I've done is I've simply just went ahead and I've put this on a piece of paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and utilize synthetic division. We know it's going to work because they've already told us that is a factor. So if you understand what we do is we're going to bring down that 1, multiply by 3. Okay, 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 times 5 is 15. And negative 9, 15 is equal to 6. And then 3 times 6 is 18. So it does, in fact, zero out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring down this 1 and make it an x squared, and then because it's 1x squared, 5x plus 6, and then we don't have to do anything with the 0. Okay, so now we want to find the other factor, so I'm just simply going to factor this like a quadratic. So we're just going to say, okay, everything is positive, and I want factors of 6 that add to 5, and that's going to be a 2 and a 3. Okay, just like that. So remember our factoring. Now I'm going to bring down that x minus 3. Okay, so there are my factors. So if I multiply x plus 2 times x plus 3 times x minus 3, we're going to get this polynomial x cubed plus 2x squared minus 9x minus 18. And so now I'm going to take each factor and set it to equal 0. And then we're just going to solve. And we know in this first one we would subtract 2 from both sides, so x would equal negative 2. In the second one we would subtract 3. And then we would add 3 in the last one. So this is my answer. This will be your answer. This is where we are crossing the x-axis. So now let me just show you. I'm going to turn on my graphing calculator. And we're going to go to the y equals function. And I'm going to type in the polynomial x cubed. So we're just going to put in x, raise it to the third power, plus 2x squared minus 9x, and then finally minus 18. Okay, so now I'm just going to hit graph, and there's my polynomial. And if you'll look, you'll see we're crossing at -2, -3, and also at +3. We can also go to our table, and we can see at -2y is 0, at -3y is 0, and at 3. So hopefully this will help. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this first video.